Hey, what's up, everyone? Sunday, one day before having to go back to work. Actually, I worked yesterday, and I know a lot of you did. I posed that question on my stories, so you can see that there's a lot of people hustling on Saturdays. A lot of people who, go out and do work. And yesterday was kind of a tougher day for me. I always go out with the mentality that I'm going to close everything that I go out and try to sell. So I had two appointments yesterday, and I didn't get either of them. A little bit tougher for me to swallow. But I was looking through some of my other videos and I was thinking about yesterday, kind of reflecting on how that went. And I wanted to talk to you again about failure. I think that failure, as I've said before, is a part of life. I think that too many times we sit back and we decide in this society right now that kids should not fail. That people in general should not fail. Everyone should be successful in everything that they do. And that is a very wrong thing. And I think back to things that I failed at, things that I would have not tried or would have quit had my parents not taught me that quitting was not okay. And so it's tough. It's tough that when a parent blames someone else, I was a baseball coach for many years, not many years, I should say 5 years. It was something that I really loved. I played sports all through high school. And then, I didn't get a chance to coach. And when I was working at Les Schwab, I thought I'll never be able to coach. I'll never be able to help my kid because we'll always be so busy working. And that was just the way the schedule dictated. So that was part of the reason why I decided that I wasn't going to do that anymore. One of the things that I'm grateful with the job that I have now and with teaching was I had enough flexibility to be able to do that. The problem with me for teaching was that I wasn't excited about the fact that there was all this everyone should be successful type stuff going on. My kid, I was a PE teacher and kids didn't dress down and then they expected a grade, and that didn't work for me. That wasn't something that I accepted. If you were going to be in my class, you were going to work for your grade and you were going to earn it. And so a lot of times now parents will go in and they'll blame the teacher. They'll blame the coach. It's someone else's fault that their kid isn't learning instead of making their kid take responsibility for their actions. So, I look at failure from a coaching standpoint, from a teaching standpoint, and things like that, from my life in general. And I watch, one of my favorite baseball players is Hunter Pence. I used to tell the kids all the time, you need to go, you need to give it 100% no matter what, because you never know what's going to happen. You never have a clue what's going to happen. And, you get up there and you can be upset about it. You can take a swing, you can miss, you can hit the ball. It's a dribbler for 5 feet and just turn around and let the catcher grab the ball and tag you. Or you can take off and you can run as hard as you possibly can and get to first base. Because there's a bunch of things that can go wrong. That catcher could fail. Maybe you failed at hitting the ball very well, but you pick it up, the catcher picks it up and he overthrows the first baseman. Now where are you standing? You're standing on first base. And you can't score from the dugout, right? You can score from first base. You have a better opportunity to score from first base, and then there's a bunch of other chances to make that happen. So that's why I love that game. That's why I think that it's awesome. Like we talked about, it is a game of failure. You hit 3 balls, or you get 3 at bats and out of 10, and you get on base 3 out of 10, and you're a successful baseball player, a successful hitter. That doesn't mean that you're necessarily a successful fielder, but that's the thing, setting those standards where they're supposed to be and being able to go after them every single time and being able to deal with failure in a positive way and make the most of it. We have these diseases that have been cured, and a lot of people, I don't know what they think. I don't know if they think that it just magically happens, like they just get cured. Or if there's some scientist sitting in with 100 different petri dishes, putting 100 different things in there, trying to cure this disease. If they quit trying to cure that disease, we probably would still have polio, we'd still have measles, we wouldn't have all these vaccinations that stop these diseases from happening. So think about that. Think about the way that failure has created a lot of things around us. People fail all the time. Some of the most successful businessmen in this country have failed. Steve Jobs has failed. Bill Gates has failed. These are people that just keep continually trying to continually do things so that the failure sometimes turns into a success, sometimes it doesn't. But what makes that different is what you do when you fail. Whether you continue to go after it or you just bag it, call it good. So, yesterday I had 2 failures, right? And I could say to myself, oh, woe is me. It wasn't me. It was them. Find all these reasons to blame it, or I can just move on. And that's what I'm working on, is moving on. I know that it's a small thing, but in my mind, I'm kind of a perfectionist, but it was a failure. So I'm going to move on. I'm going to go tomorrow. I've got 2 more appointments so far. Some show up during the day, so I'll probably have 3 or 4, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to sell those. Because you know what? That's my job. That's what I do. I'm going to be successful, and I am successful in my mind. It's just that, can I be more successful? And that's the real deal. It's, am I going to be better, or am I just going to let it be the way it is? So I want you to think about that. It's funny how I sit there and I look at a lot of things, and I just posted this on Instagram here. I posted this little meme of Yoda. And there's a lot of Star Wars fans out there, and I know you've heard this before, but it totally means what I'm talking about right now. It dictates that. And Yoda says, no, try not. Do or do not. There is no try. And that's really what it is. You either do it or you don't. And I've talked to a couple people on here about posting and about things like that. And it's really tough because I know that it works. My good buddy right now, Christian's watching, and he has helped me to believe this, but it works. You don't do it, it's not going to happen. So you can sit there on the sidelines, and you can not post, and you can not put your stuff out there, and you can just expect things to happen, because we live in this digital age where social media is key. Or you can get on there and you can post everything that you can. And then you can figure it out from there. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm kind of in a little lull because I'm running out of ideas. But I'm going to continue to keep going. Like today I went and I looked through my old videos and I was trying to figure out what could I talk about today that's going to give you some value. And I really think that, failure is a big value that people don't see as a value. They see it as something negative. But the negative part of that failure is what brings you the positive part. You fail, then you get it right. And when you get it right, there's nothing better than that. So understand that. Don't be afraid to get on here and talk. Don't be afraid to post a video. Don't be afraid to do anything if it's what you want. The problem is when you don't try. When you don't try at all, nothing's going to happen. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with that. I want you to understand that you're capable of anything, but if you don't try, nothing's going to happen. Have a good Sunday. I'm thinking about what I'm going to barbecue maybe. I haven't barbecued in a while. It's been one of those deals, but I'm sure there'll be pictures if there is. Please like and comment on this video if it brought you some value. Check me out. Follow me on all the platforms that I'm on. I'm on LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Anywhere that you can find your social media. I have a YouTube page. Follow that. Subscribe. Like. Whatever you got. I appreciate all your support. Have a good day.